learnt about the car and the direction that you've sort of put it in so far?
What have you learned? We have learned a lot because it's a brand new car, completely different car concept, completely different way how the downforce gets generated, different design of the suspension as well. So we had to learn a lot, and I'm very happy to say that we pretty much ticked all the boxes we wanted to tick here at this test, which is obviously a very positive start. And I can't thank the team enough as well for all the hard work everyone has put in over winter to get this car ready for this first outing here. It's good to see that the car is reliable as well. So I would say so far so good.
So have you pushed it, do you think? Because if it's reliable, you can attack and look at the performance a bit more.
It's all relative compared to what the others are doing. Now, we were focusing simply on our own program. It's important to get on top of your own car as quickly as possible. We ran different programs throughout the days, shorter runs, longer runs. Of course, we tried different fuel levels as well. But difficult to say where everyone is at the moment. I think if you look at the timing sheets today, the usual suspects are at the front. Ferrari was looking really strong from the first run onwards as well. So, yeah, we keep focusing on ourselves. We know we still have a lot of work to do to be ready for the first race, but the team is doing a great job. The two drivers are doing a great job, so I'm happy.
You must have had a little look at the other cars though. Is there anything that you've been surprised by, impressed by, or think, gosh, we should have done that, or we'd like to try and do that by the time we get to the first race?
Again, the main focus at the moment is on our own car, but for sure, as always, we have a close eye on what our competitors have done as well, especially given the circumstances that we are having completely new technical regulations. And of course, we check now back home also if there's any inspirations we want to take on board on our side as well. But hopefully the main conclusion is, and I'm very confident with that we are simply keep going with developments which are in the pipeline already on our side.
We're not going to see a Red Bull cutout on the McLaren type side pod by the time we get to Bahrain then?
I'm quite happy with all the decisions and directions we went for over winter with these new regulations, and just good to see how the car worked this week so far.
And just finally, you're very experienced, as are your team members and the people around you. Gut feeling, could this be a championship winning car?
As always, I have a very realistic view on where we are as a team. I know about the deficits we are still having as a team compared to the teams that were running in front of us in previous years. We know we still have a lot of work to do to complete our infrastructure, and as long as we don't have these things in place, I know where we will end up, most likely. At the same time, we're ambitious. We are racing guys. Of course, we want to shortcut this journey, so simply have to focus on ourselves. Target is clear. We want to get closer again to the guys in front of us. We want to collect more trophies than last year again this year, and that's the focus.
Car performing as you'd hoped in terms of the simulations, the correlation?
Yeah, as you said, I think in terms of mileage, we did a lot of laps. That was important. Since day one, since the first morning, collecting data, and I think it was important because these cars are so different that the first objective is try to learn them. And the objective of at least this session was really try to map the car in all the conditions, try to understand the correlations with the wind tunnel, the simulator. And so far we have certainly collected a lot of data. Now the correlation will be an exercise of the next days back in Maranello. Really try to cross correlating all the data, and let's see if it's fitting well. But the car is behaving well overall, so we are not expecting big issues in terms of correlations, but it's not a matter of finding issues, it's a matter of optimizing the final performance, which is always a matter of details.
Carlos was saying that the car is nowhere near the limit. Of course, it's early in testing. Will we see you turn things up in Bahrain testing, or do you think it's going to be much further on that we're going to start seeing performance coming through?
Yeah, certainly. I think that here in Barcelona, first session was to collect data and, as we said, try to understand the correlation. But when we'll go to Bahrain, and then it will be very close to the first race of the season, we will all, I believe, try to simulate some race simulations, quali simulations, and we'll try to extract the most of the performance from the car itself. So certainly in Bahrain, I think it will be more the performance and relative competitiveness of the teams will be more clear.
Often in the past, we've seen teams like Mercedes and Red Bull bring a completely different car to the second test.
Yeah.
How different is your car going to be in Bahrain?
It will not be much different compared to what we've got. I think that the first step for us will be to optimize what we have. As Carlos said, we are still far from the best performance, not only because we are running high fuel or not the best engine mode, but simply because I think there is a lot to exploit more from the car itself. And today we are more focused on that one, not only in terms of setup, engineering, but as well in terms of driving style and the drivers themselves. So let's wait, let's see what the others will bring. Certainly as Ferrari, we are always concerned on upgrades of our competitors, and I'm pretty sure they will be very, very strong by then.
Great stuff. Thank you very much.
Right.